Here, guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
Ready. Black 25.
Check 55, Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. Check 20. Let's go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking downfield for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
56. Mike.
From the gun, Winston. He's going to sling this deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. 33 yards that time. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Check pass. Check pass. Mike 56.
To try again after the sack. Winston. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun. Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
We're okay. We're okay. Black 15.
First down, Rivers. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Load it.
6.
Load it. 12.
Check 37. Check 37.
Hey. High 7.
To throw again on second down. Rivers gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Toss play, Kamara. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. To throw is Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On play action, Winston. And got his man complete. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 63 yards.
Ready? Green, triple T.
You can't block me.
Jameis to throw it. Toward the pylon, caught. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
These two teams all tied after one. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
That's got to be a long.
Match 50, match 50, match 50. Let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw is Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take
Catch
away
the
all
ball.
the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. He gets them moving forward again with an 8-yard run, but they'll still be left with 14 yards to go on 3rd.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
3rd and long for Winston. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Rivers on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down and 4, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now Jones. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
I got you, boy. Mike, 55. 55. Yeah. You don't want none.
Now Winston. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play. But if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on third and goal.
Mike, 56. That's it. 56. Defense wins championships, baby. 50.
Now Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin. Touchdown number 15 of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Red!
Now Rivers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Ready? Blue ready.
Here I come.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Winston. He's got Evans. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Winston now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Winston looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. To throw, Winston. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
54.
To throw, Rivers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing, Rivers. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and 5 now. Winston. His throw incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd and 5.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Winston. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. And I'm not sure this is going to stand.
Okay. 390. 54. I got him. Wait, 89.
On play action, Rivers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Winston now. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for a Buccaneers first down.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
50. It's just me and you.
A first down throw for Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lavonte David make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Man open down the middle of the field. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Ready. Black 25. White.
Go. Go. Hey. 50. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Winston. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Left.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Throwing on second and long. Rivers gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. The Saints on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Rivers. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Throwing Rivers. It's caught. The tight end Hill. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Rivers on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Give me some. Here we go. 45 is the mic. I hope you brought your rest, because I'm about to take you around. Hey, check mic 45. Check mic. Hey, exit. Come on, come on. 45 is the mic. 45 is the mic. They gonna need some therapy after this. 45. Wait. 45 mic. 45.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdown.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 56 to Mike.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
54. Mike 54.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. Here's Winston. He sets to fire deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rivers, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, check Mike 45.
12.
All day. Hey, orbit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rivers on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Winston. He's going to launch this thing way down, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 44 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
56 to Mike. 56.
Winston to throw. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Hey, 4 down.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.